Welcome to 108 Gates, where we're looking at the May reading for you, Aquarius. How's it going? Card jumping out already. So we've got 3 of coins. Collaborate, interesting, and there is some kind of collaboration happening that is going to get you in touch with people that are going to open your perspectives of things, open your mind, open your options. They're going to give you some ideas, or they're going to give you some kind of support. So the communication is very important here. The more you communicate about this, the more you're going to be able to kind of gather the appropriate information. But the thing is, there's something that's stopping that communication from happening. It could be that the communication is very geared towards a particular outcome, which is not going to be helpful if you're wanting to get certain information. You need to be able to let the communication flow the way it needs to, so that you can have a better idea of what is the truth of a matter, what is the truth of where you are in all of this. So your aim and intention is for a victory, as always, striving forward, going forward, pushing forward, stepping forward, running forward. There's something in here that's feeling like you're running in a direction that you haven't fully thought through. Let's go. Oh, interesting. So you're seeing something as this is the be all and end all. This is the final direction. This is the only direction. This is the intention I have. This is the intention I'm going to. And it feels like now that the communication has been limited. You have been talking to certain people about a certain thing. You envisioning the outcome, and then something stops you. Something makes you wonder, hang on a second, what am I actually doing here? How am I actually doing this? Wow. So the world is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. You're going to have some insight about something that's going to bring the perspectives of things a bit more, I want to say simplified, but it's actually going to complicate it because of the simplicity of it. You are avoiding some of the details here. You're avoiding some of the information here because you feel as though it's easier to just do it your way. And if I keep pushing, communicating about it this way, communicate to the correct people, I'm going to get a victory. Hang on a second, why am I at this point? Why am I looking out in this direction when the world is going a bit that way and I'm wanting it to go a different way? So you've got so many different perspectives now coming in. So the thing around this, I'm going to get some clarifying cards. The thing around this is if you're communicating with the energy of this is how it's going to be, and this is how the outcome is going to be, and that is it, because this is how I've arranged it all to be, and then we're going to get this kind of outcome, my victory. So if you look at that, there's one person standing on here, there's the other 2 listening, and it's as though it feels like this is you, Aquarius, kind of like leading the conversation. They're watching you, they're listening to you, and it's like, yeah, I can see, and I can hear where and how you're going to get your victory. I can see and hear how you're going to achieve this. Sorry, there's lots of energy going through. But the thing is, when you start looking at this part, you see that the you're looking out towards something. You're having to leave something behind. You're having to change and make a shift in your perspective. With the 3 of Wands over here, it's like you've made a shift in your perspective. You're looking out to what is actually there. So if you take the time now to look what is there, the world view is going to be very different. Therefore, you're going to communicate in a different way, and you're going to communicate to the different people who are actually going to help you and support you in a different way. Then you have the victory. Then you'll be able to look back on it and it'll be all sweet and sound. So let's get a card at 3 of Coins. Communication. So you've got communication, communicating truthfully, communicating thoroughly, and understanding that communication also includes listening. Communication also includes taking a step back and listening to what others are saying too, because it feels like here, the more I'm seeing it, the more it feels like Aquarius is here, and Aquarius is going to make sure that this feels like it's linked to that. See what I'm saying? That just feels like that's Aquarius, and it's like, this is how it's going to happen. This is how we're going to do it, and this is the way I do it. So this is the way you're going to do it, and this is the way we're going to reach a victory. This is how, when, why, what. So therefore, let's go. So the communication. It feels as though you need to have all aspects of communication. The listening part here is really important. You're listening to communication. You're communicating with particular people. You want a certain victory. You want a certain outcome. But the way you get that outcome may not be as you expected or how you expected. Doesn't mean you can't get the outcome you want. It doesn't mean you can't have a victory. It just means the way you go about it may delay things, or it'll work in your favour. You need to feel it out, because you want the world to be in your favour. You want the world to be at your fingertips. You want the world to be working in collaboration with you, as opposed to it not working in collaboration with you. So for it to change, let's get a card. There we go. So you're going to have to alchemize a bit of stuff. You're going to have to change your perspective, change how you're doing stuff, change how you're seeing stuff. It just keeps coming, it just seems to get louder and louder and louder. A lot of this is to do with your communication. Are you listening? Are you observing effectively and efficiently in a way which allows you to receive information too? Or are you enforcing your views, your opinions, your energies, your perspectives onto others and expecting them to just come into line with it? So I'm going to get that victory card. Another one. There we go. So this definitely feels like you need a win-win. You can't just keep pushing, and I don't know why I'm saying keep pushing, because is there something you're already pushing? You can't keep pushing the same agenda onto multiple people. So it feels like you pushed this agenda, this way of doing things on one person and it worked. You push this agenda on another situation and it worked. But at some point you're going to see that it worked, but only to a certain level, only to a certain degree of victory. You want that victory. It's going to be through your heart. It's going to be through listening to others too. So let's see what this communication... There you go. See, there's some things that you're not going to want to hear. There's some things that you're like, I really don't want to have to deal with this. And this makes a lot of sense as to why your communication has been very directed and very focused on a particular outcome, very focused on a certain way of doing things, very focused on there's going to be this conversation that I am having and you are going to listen to what I'm saying, but there's no room for you to be listening to someone else. Aquarius, I really don't want to be saying this, but you're going to have to listen a little bit more. You're going to have to listen a little bit clearer, because you're not only just going to hurt yourself, but you're going to be hurting others too. And it's not going to be... Oh, what's here? There you go. So bringing in some love. Bringing in some love. Having that kindness, having that compassion, having that stillness of softening the masculine practicality. So a King of Cups, the different people see the King of Cups as different things, and it's like showing that just because the love is there, it doesn't mean it's known. Just because the love's there, it doesn't mean it's being expressed. You're going to have to express the love so it can be heard, express the love so it can be felt. And there's loads of love flowing here. It just feels like you've stopped yourself at some point there, and you could be looking out and stopping yourself somewhere there. But this one is feeling like there's more options being considered. And therefore, as you do that, you won't have to go into this space of feeling left out or out in the cold. But this is feeling more so. It's because you didn't, if you are feeling that and it is resonating, it's because you weren't listening correctly in the correct way before. So here you've got the Hermit going with the King of Cups. Within you, what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel supported, what makes you feel warm and as if like compassion is flowing towards you, what makes you feel safe and secure. Have a look at that, and have a look at how you're communicating with it. Have a look at how are you listening. Are you listening? And I don't mean like yes I heard you and rolling your eyes or grimacing or like yeah I heard you the first time. Are you actually listening? If someone's having to repeat something over and over again, or they're feeling awkward about talking to you about something, or they're feeling scared or worried, or they keep avoiding a certain conversation that you're trying to have, maybe there's a reason. not to assume, but actually to listen. Are you feeling okay about this? Are you feeling okay about that? I'm sensing you're not feeling comfortable about certain things. What is happening? What is going on? And then actually being attentive and listening. Again, not just doing the motions or going through the motions of listening, actually listening. Sounds easy, doesn't it? So, interesting for that to be there. I'm going to get one for here too, because you really, the message boils down to, are you listening effectively? That is also a part of communication. Communication isn't just about your bop, 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 words out, words out, words out. It's about what is being said to you. Are you listening to those words? And again, something has to come to an end, and you're going to understand, if you're doing this work inside, if you're doing this work around this, you're going to get some clarity of what needs to stop. You're going to get some clarity of, you only look towards a certain direction, towards a victory, towards that, which is great, it's fantastic. It's the way in which you're going to get there, it's the way in which you're enforcing it. That's probably what needs tweaking. So, with that, I feel like we need another card for the Aquarius here. You've got loads in your favour. You've got loads coming in to be stacking up and really providing you with a fantastic foundation, providing you with such a great, abundant, prosperous outlook. It's all in how you communicate about it. It's all in how do you listen. It's all about how do you present yourself to the other parties involved. So, with that, more love, go within. More love, collaborate in a way that's a win-win. Are you getting a win-win in this situation? Does the other person, do the other people, is the group feeling like you're getting a win-win? If not, there needs to be some kind of communication. There needs to be more courageous communication. From that, you're going to be able to build better, stronger foundation for yourself and others who are involved in this with you. So for now, Aquarius, if you haven't already, hit the bell. Subscribe. Until later, peace and love.